Okay. So let's jump on in here. So I do want to call out, stay till the end because I have a couple of prizes for you guys. I am going to be giving away my all new 2025 financial planner for product makers. I created this specifically with product makers in mind. I haven't even released this on my website yet. So I am excited to give this away to one lucky winner at the end. And then I'm also going to give away a $25 Amazon gift card. So make sure that you stay till the end for that. And before we dive on in, I want to ask, so does this feel familiar to you? Because this is an exact scenario that I have been in. You have been creating beautiful products. You have this dream in your mind, right? And you have this desire to create a gorgeous, beautiful product. And so you spend time crafting and you worked tirelessly to perfect it, and you end up with an amazing product. And so you finally put it out on the market, and what happens? Crickets. Raise your hand or drop an emoji if that has happened to you, because I see this more often than not. And that is exactly what happened to me when I first started making my candles. And I venture to guess that a lot of you, this has happened to you. So I want you to give me a raise your hand if you have beautiful products. In fact, you've probably have gotten great feedback from your family and friends, and they have said, hey, you should go sell this out on the market. You should put this in stores. You should put this on a website. And you finally do, and you hear crickets. So raise your hand if that has happened to you. So we are going to go over why more than likely that is happening and a couple of things that you can do to fix that. So a lot of you guys are raising your hand today. So yes, I venture to guess that has probably happened to all of us at some point. So we have not met before, my name is Andy Hart, and I actually sell my candles. I have a candle company, Heart Design Co., and I sell my candles on store shelves all across North America. I am on Heart Design Co. can be found in several hundred boutiques across North America. And I actually left my full-time corporate sales job a little over a year ago to pursue my dreams of making candles full time. But I also love teaching aspiring entrepreneurs how to achieve their goals as well. It truly is a passion of mine to really combine all of my past corporate experience in sales and leadership, and then what I have done with my candle company, and combine those two and help other entrepreneurs thrive as well. But I do have to say, it was not all just rainbows and butterflies from the beginning. So this is what my candle studio looks like today. It is beautiful. I will say I'm about to pick up and move to Arkansas. So it does look like this today, but it's about to change. So I'm going to have to say goodbye to my beautiful old rustic train depot, but it is gorgeous and lovely. It didn't start like this though. So let me go back and share with you how it started. So this was one of my original candles. No judgment here, no judgment. Because a lot of you candle makers are going, oh my gosh, that looks dangerous. And it probably was. This is why you test, right? So this is like one of my very original candles. I think that's like way too big of a wick. And I mean, yeah. So I created this with these old mason jars I found. These are like the ones I started making in my kitchen during the pandemic. Slapped some Avery labels on those, and yeah, you're gonna laugh. I'm gonna share you some with you some other ideas that I had. So just wait. So this is another candle that I made. I found these old tins at Hobby Lobby. And I thought, how cool would it be? Thank you, Haley. Haley said they look cute. How cool would it be if I made a dust cover out of seed paper? And then after the candle burned, you could plant the seed paper in the candle vessel and you could grow a plant. So, like, I actually took pictures of this and, like, was thinking, like, I could market this. Anyways, it was a big old flop. Like, I tried it, the seed paper didn't work, but I had these grand ideas. So, I just thought, you know, we would try. We would try. So, anywho, just thought I would share with you some of my fun original ideas. But I ended up landing on this vessel. Here's one of my very first ones. And here is one of the first stores I was in. Now, this was just a consignment. This was well before I started wholesaling. And this is where I put my candles out there and crickets, crickets, no one, no one. And I mean, no one bought. Until one day, I had my very first sale. And guess who it was? Guess who I found out it was? It was my pastor's wife. It was a pity sale. It was a pity sale. So here's the thing, I could have given up and really thought my products aren't good enough, which how many of you have thought that when you're not making sales? I could have thought my products are not good enough, or I really just don't have what it takes to make it. That nagging voice that we hear in the back of our heads, that fear, imposter syndrome. But instead, I really dug in and decided to figure out, why are my products not selling? I know I have a good candle. The people that I have given these candles to when I first started, they really love them. But what is it? Why are they not selling? So I decided to do some research, and these are a couple of things, four of the main reasons that I found, and that is what I'm going to teach you today. So before we dive in, and here's what you're going to learn today, and then we're going to do a quick exercise before we dive in. So what you're going to learn today, the four reasons that my products weren't selling, and likely yours are not either, and how you can fix them. And these are actually easy things that you can do, easy things. As I mentioned before, spoiler alert, they probably have nothing to do with your actual product. But I also want to give you a heads up. There is one thing that you must do to create a thriving business. And we're going to talk about that at the end too. So, quick exercise before we dive on in. I want you to imagine yourself a year from today. Holiday season is coming up. Maybe you want your products on retailer shelves. Maybe you want your products, you want to sell out at a Christmas market. Maybe you want to have a thriving website where you actually need to go hire help because you have so many orders that you need to fulfill. Imagine what that would look like a year from today. If you had so many orders, or you were so busy at your next pop-up market that you needed to hire help to make your products because you were selling out time and again, and you could not keep your products in stock. That is my goal for you. And I want you to put in the comments, what's the one word that comes to mind when you imagine yourself a year from today and you can't keep your products in stock because you are selling out, what's the one word that comes to mind? One word that comes to mind. So I want you to put that in the comments as you think through and imagine your product business, whether you make candles, you make soaps, you make jewelry, you make art. What is that one word that comes to mind? Growth, happy, blessed, teach, freedom. I love that word because I mentioned earlier that I'm actually moving. And so I don't think that I have actually shared this publicly on this channel yet. Thankful. But the reason that I'm able to move and the reason that I'm moving is because I left my corporate job a year ago. And all of my immediate family lives in Arkansas. My parents, my brother, sister-in-law, niece and nephew, and I have not lived close to my family in over 20 years. And I am moving close to them for the first time in over 20 years because I have the freedom. That is exciting. I never thought it would be possible over a year ago. Elated. I love that. Happy. Yes. So I want you to keep that word in mind. So as we move forward, my goal for you is to get unstuck. I want you to learn from today how to get unstuck. And I want you to overcome that fear that is holding you back and to take action, not on everything that I'm going to teach you, not on all four of these things that I'm going to share with you, because you may not need to take action on all four. But to just pick the one that resonates with you. And there's probably going to be one that's going to hit you in the stomach, kind of like a sucker punch in the stomach that you're like, that's the one that's holding me back from increasing my sales, that's holding my products back from selling. And I want you, by the end of this workshop, to take action. That is my goal for you. And I want you to find so much value in this workshop that you are excited to take action. So I am all about full transparency, and I have an exciting offer for you guys at the end. If you do find value and if you need help, some extra help to keep you motivated, to keep you, that you need some accountability. And if you need some help overcoming that fear. So we have a special offer for you, but if you feel that you can do it on your own, and if you have found value and you have learned enough to do it on your own, that is amazing too. And I want that for you. So I am going to bring that to you at the end of the presentation, right after we do our door prizes. So wanted to give you that heads up. So as we dive in, here is our number one issue that we see. It's product packaging. Guys, product packaging, 72%. This is a stat from Forbes. 72% of American consumers stated that product packaging influenced their purchasing decisions. That, when you think about it, can be mind-boggling, but I want you to think about the last time that you went into a store and you made a purchase solely based on the packaging alone, right? And if you also think about it, that the first point of contact between your brand and a potential customer is the packaging. And I know we have a lot of candle makers in here. And whether you're a candle maker or a jewelry designer, an artist, or whatever product you make. You could be a baker. The packaging says a lot about your product. It says a lot about your product quality, and it can also help sell your product more. So let me talk about my own bad example for just a minute here, because I have a bad example of my own product. So when I first started with my candles and you saw those first candles, the product packaging wasn't quite there for my ideal customer, right? And what I realized is that everything was just the same. There was no appeal to the ideal customer for the specific market that they were in. So, for the specific store that they were in. Now, this specific store, and this is where it comes in that you really want to know your target market. The specific store really was a giftable store. And so here are some things that you can do to stand out. You can create visual appeal. And I'll show you exactly what I did to change my candles to where they sold like hotcakes in that store, and how I changed to make them giftable and visually appealing for that store. Same candle, same exact candle, but I changed to make them giftable in a different vessel, and they sold like hotcakes. So, one is you can utilize your product packaging to create a visual appeal. Two, you can provide a functional design. So, what do we mean by functional design? Functional design can be a lot of different things. And I'm going to show you an example here in a minute of one of my students. But it actually provides something that's usable for your customer, either after they use up your product or they can reuse it, but it actually provides something that they can use. And so I'll show you an example here in just a minute. And then third, your product packaging should help tell a story, or maybe it's the story about your brand or how your brand serves the community, and it helps sell your product. So let me give you some specific examples. Here is what I did to help sell my product. Now, this candle is my same exact formula as what you originally saw in that first picture. But what I did is I changed up my vessel because I realized people wanted a giftable candle. And so I created something with a bow. I put a beautiful gift tag on it. And I also put them in a dough bowl, or what you call a bread bowl, that is a functional, usable design. So I really targeted those first two items. So it is a visual appeal and functional design. And I sold out and could not keep them on the shelf. So this was a great example of what I did. Same product, just changed up what I was doing and could not keep them on the shelf. Here is a great example of Mina with Tofos candles. I want to really call her out because she does a great job of a combination of all three of these. So Mina, Tofos candles, I love this. Tofos means the light in Greek. And Mina has created a beautiful, beautiful, refillable luxury candle. Now, her candle here on the left, she actually shows you how it can be refillable. So it's functional. And then her product packaging here on the right, she actually shows you how to use it. and shows you it's beautifully packaged. But she tells her story and how to use it, and it is giftable as well. And so I love how she sells this with her product packaging. And also, it appeals to the market that really loves the eco friendly product packaging. So I believe when Mina first launched these, she sold out like in the first few days. So, perfect example of how her product packaging, from the actual product itself to what she packaged them in, helped her sell her products. And then she continues to sell the refills time and time again. So, great example of this. I also want to call this out. Mina said, she said she did her first vendor event, and I helped her with some strategies on this. And she said she almost sold out of everything. And she had actually wondered if she had made it too much. And we actually worked on a strategy for Mina to sell to the same customers long after the event was over. And she got over 90 email signups and lots of Instagram followers. So congrats to Mina, because she did a phenomenal job in selling her products at that event. Number 2, lack of convenience. And this is something you probably haven't thought of before. Lack of convenience. So customers value convenience when they are making customer decisions or purchasing decisions. I tell my students this all the time. And if you're a student of mine on here, I want you to drop a heart emoji if you have heard me say this. You'd probably be rich if you had $1 every time you've heard me say this, but make it easy for your customers to do business with you. How many times have you heard me say that? I I repeat myself all the time. I say, make it easy for your customers to do business with you. I want you to think about the last time you were shopping on your phone or on your laptop. I want everyone to think about the last time. It was probably last night while you're watching TV, or this morning or something. Think about the last time you were shopping on your phone or on your laptop, and you wanted to make a purchase, and it required you to get up and go get your credit card. Who has had that experience, and who abandoned the checkout because you did not want to get up and go get your credit card? I've done it multiple times. Probably saved me some good money. I've done it multiple times. Customers value convenience. So that is one easy way of changing the game. Make it easy. Another one, lack of instructions for how to use your product. Especially if you sell something that could be confusing, put instructions in there. How to care for your product. Make it easy for them. You can do this with a simple QR code. Add it to your product packaging. Or not enough purchasing options. So this kind of ties in with the first one, but add all of those purchasing options: credit card, PayPal, Venmo, and make sure that it is easy for your customers to do business for you. So here's how to stand out. Test your website, make sure it's easy to navigate, and that is absolutely a seamless process. Offer PayPal. Don't make your customers get up and go get their credit card. Make it easy for them. Make your products giftable. If a customer is purchasing from you, this is something I do in my brick and mortar retail shop. So as a part of my candle studio, we have a storefront where customers can come in and shop. And when they leave with a candle, we want them to leave with a bag that is beautifully gift wrapped with our logo, and also tissue paper on top. We want them to leave where they could go straight to a birthday party or a housewarming party and hand the bag straight to the gift recipient. Make your products giftable. beautifully packaged and giftable where they can hand it straight to the gift recipient. And then if you sell in person at maybe a vendor fair or pop-up market, offer multiple options for purchasing. Don't let your customer walk away because you don't have a way to take their money. So whether you're selling online or in person, make sure that you make it easy for them to do business with you. So, Lucas with LH Mercantile is a client of mine, and we actually did a whole wholesale site audit with him. And he's actually going to be on the She Sells Differently podcast here in the next week or so. And one of the things that we focused on for him was creating a luxury Christmas candle collection. And the reason that we did this is because we wanted to curate a collection that would be easy for his retailers to just purchase the whole collection all at once. They didn't want to, they don't have, retailers don't have time to come in and pick and choose. They just want his best sellers. And so that was one of our strategies, is to create a Christmas candle collection. And so he did that, has beautiful photography on here. He also added some additional ways to pay on his website and added some additional photography on there. And I love this. Lucas did this on his own. He had Lucas's autumn picks on his website where he added his recommendations, made it easy for his customers to find his own recommendations. Great addition from him. And this was a huge win from his Christmas candle collection. He sent this to me. He said, I have to share this win with you. One of his first boutiques that believed in him this fall just ordered his Christmas line, his Christmas collection. So he had $1,000 order, his biggest wholesale order to date. So that was a huge win from him. Number 3, we hear this often, but it's very underestimated. So, poor customer experience. So, according to Outbound Engine, the cost of acquiring a new customer is 5x the cost of keeping an existing customer. That's significant. So, I want to put this to you another way. You can actually increase your bottom line. You can increase your profits by 25 to 95% if you simply increase your customer retention by 5%. So things will go wrong. It's inevitable. When you are dealing with people, things will go wrong. And how you respond can and will set the tone for your business. But there is a bright star here. There is a bright star. And I also want to reiterate that customer experience is more than how you deal with customer satisfaction issues. It's more than how you deal with customer satisfaction issues. That's a big part of it, but it's more than how you deal with them. So let's talk about that. Here's how you stand out. There's a couple of ways. Handling challenging customer situations with grace will help you shine. How do you do that? It's important, and this is a learned lesson, guys. Take a step back, take the emotion out of it. Do not respond with defensiveness, but truly learn to listen, actively listen to the customer. And the worst thing you can do is to respond in a defensive posture. But listen to the customer and genuinely listen and take care of them the way that you would want to be taken care of. Now, this doesn't mean to cave to their every whim if they're off their rocker, right? But it does mean to take care of them if the product was completely smashed in shipping and it wasn't their fault. Go the extra mile and take care of them, right? So, handling customer situations in a way that you would want to be taken care of. Always do what you're going to say that you're going to do. And your word is your brand. Set clear expectations and respond in a timely manner. Communication is everything as a small business owner. Another thing that you can do is you can automate customer testimonials. And this is a great way on your website and even displaying it if you're selling in person to showcase an exceptional customer experience with your brand and with your products. So let me show you a great example. So this is Tatiana, one of my clients, and Tatiana, oh, I have to show you because I actually bought one of her perfume oils. They're amazing, amazing. I got Significance, and she sells a rollerball perfume oils. She actually has a quiz on her website where you can take the quiz and find out what scent personality is yours. But Tatiana automates her customer testimonials, and she does an amazing, amazing job with this. And soon after I bought one, I mean, her whole customer journey on her website is amazing. Soon after I bought one of her perfume oils, I get an email and it asked for a customer testimonial. It was very easy. Well, I typed one up. It took me probably 10 seconds and submitted it. And she has a whole list of customer testimonials, and they're all fantastic for all of her products. And so this is a great way to automate that for your website and to use the power of customer experience for your brand. So great job for Tatiana. Last one, poor product images. Who knew this one was coming? Raise your hand. Who knew this one was coming? Because if you didn't, this is probably the number one right here. Number one. Even if your product is the best product out on the market, low product quality, images, lackluster descriptions, and you have a poor visual presentation, you will not sell because you cannot capture the attention and influence a purchase. I've seen it time after time after time. I have actually done this myself. Like when I first started, I had really bad product images. You saw some of them. So this is probably the number one offense that I see, the number one product problem that I see. So if this is a challenge for you, there are things that you can do to fix it. But just know that this will probably be the number one roadblock to selling your products, obviously in online, right? So another challenging thing, even if you have, I've seen this one time and time again with my clients, even if all of your images are really beautiful, if all of your product photos look the same, so I've noticed something that a lot of people do, especially in the age of AI, artificial intelligence, they will just change like the label, especially for candle makers, they'll change the label or like the product name. And first off, if you're not good with it, you can spot an AI label change very easily. But all of the photos look the same. And so what that does is your website looks really boring. So you can't really distinguish like between your product variants, you know? So there are some things that you can do to really up the ball game and set yourself apart. How do you stand out on the market there? So definitely use the same lighting, the same background, and across your product catalog, across your product portfolio, and create a cohesive professional look But also, this is my biggest tip. Use some props and elements that really complement your product without taking the attention away. And I'm going to give you some specific examples, but show how the product functions in real life, like lifestyle images, and help your customers visualize themselves using it in their home, in their daily life. So this is Mary, one of my clients with 1821 Candle Co. When Mary first started working with me, she had stunning product images. But one of the challenges that she said, she was like, I'm not selling though. And I said, Mary, your product images are great, but they all look the same. And so I challenged her to go back to the drawing board and take her product images and just tweak them a little bit and create some props and staging elements that would complement that product variant. And these are two perfect examples that she did. So citrus sunrise, and Mary may be on this call. Shout out to Mary. Citrus sunrise. You see that the citrus elements don't take away from her candle at all, but they simply add to the photo. And on the right, apple blossom, there's a little bit of an apple peeking out on the right. And she even has it staged beautifully where it's sitting on a shelf in someone's home with a blanket and a plant. And if you look at her website or her wholesale site, every product it's all the same lighting, it's crisp, it's clean, but I can tell without reading the product labels exactly what that candle probably smells like. Like I know that that's a citrus candle without reading the label. She did a fantastic job capturing the just the smell of her candles without me having to pause and read. So she did that visually with her product photography. So I love this because Mary is one of I do coaching with her on Voxer, and it makes my day when she shares these wins with me. And she just sent this one to me the other day. She said, I'm sharing another win. I had a wholesale account place an order less than a month ago, and they have already reordered and increased their order amount. I cannot thank you enough for all the confidence you give me in wholesaling. So I was so excited to hear that from Mary. Way to go. So this is what I want to know from you, and drop this in the comments. Which one of those four resonated with you? Which one of those four resonated with you? So we talked about four different reasons why your products may not be selling that probably had nothing to do with your products themselves. And I would love to hear in the comments which one resonated with you. It may have kind of given you like that punch in the gut, you know? And so what I want to challenge you to do is not to feel like you need to go focus. Don't let this overwhelm you. You don't need to go focus on all of these, right? More than likely, you already have an amazing product. I want you to pick one that over the next little bit, the next coming weeks and the coming months, that you can focus on really improving to help improve your sales. So here is the one thing, as I mentioned, this is the one thing that you must do to create a thriving business, whatever business you're in. There's one thing that you must do. And this is also one thing that, regardless of what you said is the problem that your business is facing, of why your products aren't selling, whatever that was, this is the one thing that you have to do. And this is also the one thing that I see that, especially us as women entrepreneurs, we struggle with. The one thing that you have to do is you have to take action. Now, that seems easy, right? It seems very easy. But if you're anything like me, is you're a perfectionist. Anyone else? I'm a recovering perfectionist, okay? But if you are going to create a thriving business, you have to overcome that doubt, that fear, and you have to take action. I love this quote by Dale Carnegie: inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds, action breeds confidence and courage. I am living proof that that is 100% true. Action breeds confidence and courage. The more that you take action, the more you will have the courage to continue to put your products out there, to continue to refine your approach and talk about your products and sell. I promise you that that is true. So, as we continue to move forward, just want to challenge you to take one step forward. I am opening the doors very, very short time for She Sells Wholesale. Some of you guys are already a part of She Sells Wholesale, and I have shared some client wins from some of my current clients today. One of the reasons that I'm opening the doors is because I am doing a last time at this price. I am going to be doing some additions to the course, and whoever joins in the next few days, they are going to get the additions when I add them in the next month or two. And so I want to give you an opportunity to get in on She Sells Wholesale now, well before the holiday markets start, and give you some extra incentives to help you with your holiday sales. So, Autumn Accelerator Savings Event. This is what you get. You obviously get the lifetime access to the course, but this is a fun new one because just in time for the holiday vendor fairs and pop-up markets, I am giving you access to my pop-up market prep course. This is literally how I 20x'd my return on investment at my last vendor fair. So I'm giving you access to that course and also everything that my checklist for everything that I take to a vendor fair, a crafts fair, and how I sell to those same customers long after a pop-up market's over. So huge bonus right there, right out of the gate. And number two is 3 months access to the Wholesale Collective. The Wholesale Collective is an amazing community of product makers where I really expand outside of just wholesaling and how to grow a thriving business, and really a lot of sales, marketing, and business mindset motivation. It's just an amazing community. So 3 months access to that. And then I love this one because I love my Voxer coaching. This is like having me in your back pocket as your one-on-one coach. So 3 months one-on-one Voxer coaching. If you don't know what Voxer is, it's like a walkie-talkie on your phone. So 3 months access to one-on-one coaching with me. So those are the bonuses that you will get. It's over $582 in bonuses right now. Plus, if you do paid in full, then you get $100 off. So this is now through Sunday. It's only a few days, only opening in a few days. So I want to give you guys the opportunity to jump on this if you need some extra help in boosting your product sales. Now, if you are thinking, I'm not ready for wholesale, you get lifetime access to this, and the things that you're going to learn in this course are going to help you immensely boost your product sales because you are going to learn things that are going to help you, like pricing and profit, and prepare you to get ready to wholesale if you choose to do that. So, lots of other bonuses that go along with this as well. And I do want to call this one out because you also get how to take amazing product photography with your smartphone. So, if you are one of those that was like, I need help with product photography, I have a great course with the one and only Michelle Nachnani that did all my headshots for my website. She teaches you how to do great product photography with your smartphone with things that you have around your house. I do give you like we give you some suggestions on like some things if you want to like buy some props and stuff, but just really, really great. So I also have interview with a retailer. One of my biggest retailers did a whole amazing interview there. So great, great resource. Some marketing mailer templates for you, whole workbook of done for you email scripts. So amazing, amazing value. Terms and conditions guidelines and pricing worksheets, wholesale catalog templates. So you get a ton packed in here. So want to just give one more. This is Mint. Mint owns Candlery. She sold over over 60 candles and almost $1,500 in nearly 4 hours at her vendor fair. And then when she first joined, She Sells Wholesale. One of the benefits, I should really call this out because one of the benefits of joining She Sells Wholesale is if you're on the wait list, if you've been wanting to sell on Fair, I have a little secret to get you off that wait list. So I get you off that wait list and get you like selling on Fair ASAP. So that's one of the benefits to joining the course too. But she got off the wait list. She acquired 10 new wholesale accounts on Fair within her first month. And then she got 3 reorders in about a week. And I think she just skyrocketed since then. So she's like moving and grooving, doing great. So Dinos is dropping the link to join and learn more in the comments. And if you have any questions, or if you want to learn more, or maybe you're just like, hey, Andy, I don't know, like, is wholesale right for me? Like, I'm just, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'm ready to take action, right? Then I want to challenge you to book a 30-minute call with me. Anyone that has booked a call with me will tell you I will never put pressure on you to join a course. So if you are hesitant to book a call with me because you think, oh, I'm going to get hard pressed to join, I will challenge you that I will never put pressure on you to join a course. In fact, I have talked people out of it because their business wasn't ready or it just was not a right fit. So my goal for you, because I value customer experience, my goal for you is to have an amazing experience and for you to truly get way beyond the return on investment in this course and this experience, and for you to rave about it to your friends that could find a value from it as well. So Dinos is going to drop the call link in there as well. And so feel free to book a call. I'm actually going to open up some times on tomorrow on Friday as well. But feel free to check out the link and join. As a quick reminder, this will close on Sunday at midnight. And this is a last time this price will ever be offered for this course. So next time that I open this up, the price will be higher, but anyone that joins in the next few days will get all of the upgrades. So Wanted to offer that to you guys for the Autumn Accelerator. And I thank you for joining today. And real quick recap on the bonuses, you get pop-up market prep. That's a huge win. 3 months in the Wholesale Collective with me, 3 months of the one-on-one Voxer coaching, and $100 off on the paid it in full before Sunday at midnight. So grab the link. Let me know, DM me if you have any questions. And thank you guys for joining, and hope that you found value in this. And we will talk soon.